sorry that it couldn't be you, but I ain't sorry for the things we went through. Good memories still run through. I'm just hoping it's the same for you.
The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. You're now tuned in to the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
I am Gianni Raye, the artist, rapper, singer. More rapping than singing, but we getting there.
Are you sure that is more rapping than singing? Because I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I sing when I'm home alone a lot, you know. But
okay.
but what people see is the rapping. I'm tippy toeing in the pool of singing. So just let me get to 5 feet and then I'll be singing.
5 feet, respect. Okay.
I'm at one right now. One.
Okay. All right.
We have one.
In your world, one, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's all right. Okay. So for the people that don't know, like the upbringing with it, like what really motivated, the singing and the rapping and the artistry and stuff like that?
Music was always around, whether it was my dad playing Mint Condition or he was even playing like Lil Jon's and the in the East Side Boys when they had the Lovers and Friends, where he only played Lovers and Friends. That was like the main song. Or my mom with Jill Scott.
Okay.
Janet Jackson. But what happened was, like, to make the long story short as possible, my cousin was downstairs rapping in the basement. We're in like elementary school, and I was like, "All right, we're gonna go play outside." And he was like, "No, I'm a rapper now." And I was like, what does that mean? What you mean, we can't go outside? He was like, "Nah, rappers don't rap. They just rap and they make music." So I got this notebook and I got these beats. He went to like some store, got these instrumentals on the CDs back when we used to buy CDs, and started rapping on them. I Get Money beat on, and he just started rapping. All I heard is, "I get money, I get," and I was like, huh.
I get it.
Yeah.
Nah,
and
for
then
sure.
and then next thing you know, he was like, he's like, "All right, well, he's like, you want to rap too?" And I was like, "Not really. I just want to go outside and play." He's like, "Well, I'm rapping," and I was like, "All right, I guess I'm rapping too." And then I started writing in a notebook, and then once I kind of figured out that was really like my niche, always making beats on the table, rapping little, couple bars here and there. Then started rapping at lunch, Fridays, doom doom.
Not the Lil Mama though.
Yes. The Clips beat.
Oh yeah, the Clips beat. Yeah, the grind.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And then slowly and surely it started becoming therapy for me. Then I took it serious once I graduated high school. I was like, okay, I definitely want to do music, but how do I do it? And then I started doing open mics and learning more about music and people that studied music, like college, like went to college, got a degree, and also did music. And then now we're here. Still working, still getting there, but we on our way.
Still working, still thriving. I like that. That's definitely dope. So I guess, with that, right, like how do you find balance? Like you said it was therapeutic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's very, very important. Like when did it become your therapy, or you feel like that was the therapy within itself?
All right,
like,
so we're getting deep.
Yeah, for sure.
My parents, I guess you say, and I were going through a rough patch.
Okay.
They got divorced, and I didn't really know who to talk to. I kept a lot of things inside. And even though I had people around me to support, they're like, you can always talk to me and stuff like that. When you're young, you're like, okay, yeah, but nobody really gets it. At least you think nobody gets it. So music became therapy to the point where it was like, okay, whenever I'm going through something, I'm going to just write my feelings down. Whether it rhymes or it's a poem or it's an actual song,
right.
I'm going to just write my thoughts down and I'll have some type of release. And then I kind of realized that I don't need to write every single day. Because sometimes I don't know what to say. Like, if I write, I'm going to be like, I got nothing to say right now. I'm in writer's block.
Right.
Should I write a song about writer's block? No. I'm going to just relax, Like, it's like sure. I don't have the words every day, But when I do have time to sit down and gather my thoughts, that's when, like, the best songs come out. Or when I'm going through something.
Right.
I.e. situationships.
Sure.
all them songs about relationships or life in general, that's like the best time to write. Because that's when I really sit and analyze everything. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going through, but this can also help other people. So let me go ahead and write this down and then share this. And if I help one person, that's all I need. Just somebody that can hear it and listen.
For sure. So like even with it being therapeutic, right? And you were saying the same thing. I think that was also my connection as well, because it's certain things where you're feeling like, okay, like for me personally, like my parents, they split when I was 6, so I was young. You know what I mean? And not seeing, both and growing up, like, of course, like, I've seen them. They're active. My mom and my dad, shout out to my family. You know what I'm saying? But it was just the notion of what I didn't see. And now I picked up on, like, patterns, and I realized, like, okay, it's a lot of anger inside. Like, Jay, what are you mad at? Like, what are you tripping off of? Things like that. So as that, transpired, I'm looking at music from a therapeutic standpoint, as in, like, okay, I have something to say, but nobody wants to hear me, so this is where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a release for me. That's why I think it was therapy for me, to be honest with that. So I guess the young you, and you're saying, all of these things, like, what are you experiencing at that particular time? Like, the young you, high school starting, you know what I'm saying, getting into the flow of things, like what were some of those, I guess? Separation.
That's what I felt. I didn't know where to go. Like, I grew up in the house with both parents. At least, I for like the majority part of like my K through 12 life was both of my parents in the household. And then once they started going through their situations, I was like, okay, do I want to stay with my mom or do I want to stay with my dad? Well, who do I trust? Who can I open up to? Who can I be around? Who's also gonna feed me and take care of me and stuff? Like, I'm still young. I don't know what life has for me, but I know I want to be around somebody that I know loves me. But I also don't want you guys to split up.
Right.
At least that's what I thought. But now it's a lot better that they are separated, because the older that I got, I realized that it was a toxic household, and it was clouded by those moments that everybody saw, like family events. Everybody was all happy and laughing, and we're all dancing together, and it's a good time. But then when they go home and they're in their room by themselves, it's not a good time. And then I guess music kind of played a part, where it was like, this is my therapy. This is my way to even speak to you guys, because I'm gonna give you guys this music. I'm gonna let you hear it, except for one song. I ain't let my dad hear this one song, but it's fine. But I don't know. It was separation, and I guess I kind of felt lost too, going through that divorce. Nobody really knows what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go, and hurt.
Yeah, I think we all experienced that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think, like, at that particular moment that was gonna really, like, leave a mark for myself. I'm like, yo, I'm 6. Like, what? But
so young.
It's so young. And people have their reasons for it. And like I said, I love my mom, I love my dad, and, like, through the grace of God, they both are remarried. You know what I'm saying? And they're happy in their spaces that they're in. Now, what I will say is my father's side of the family, Haitian. You know what I'm saying? So Caribbean culture, different things, right? My mother being American, and just seeing a lot. For me, I panned out pretty good, I would say. But what I saw was the notion of, I guess, what a relationship was, and then I'm figuring out what it's supposed to be, right? Because it's like, okay, now we're looking at, okay, yeah, I'm with you, and I'm with you for what exactly? Is this providing, as in, like, okay, I'm having a job and I come home and we good and everything is being taken care of, X, Y, and Z? Or is it, I'm in the house and guess what? I'm having a long day. Let's have a conversation. Let's try to build socially, emotionally. Because, in our culture now, it's literally this whole notion of the 50-50. It's confusing to me.
It's not that at all.
It's not.
Like
it's healthy. It's not
that,
healthy.
But every day is not going to be 50-50.
Nah.
Some days I'm going to walk in with 20 and you might have to be 80. But that's cool, because in reverse, some days you might only be able to give me 20. I got you. I'm going to try my best to pick up that 80 for you. I got you. It's been a long day. It's been draining. I got you, babe. Let me help you out. Let me brush some ways and put that do-rag on. I got you. You hungry? I got you. I got you with the food. It's okay.
The do-rag is sending me.
Don't worry. We are not eating cereal tonight. I got you. You. Salmon, rice, veggies. Maybe fried fish, catfish.
That's all right. That's very productive. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't mad at that.
You mean it's
a
give and receive?
That's all right.
Yes, fried. Come on now.
Yeah, nah, for sure though. But I think that sometimes we look at it as like, okay, well, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z, and now that you can't do the little things, now I'm angry, now I'm frustrated. So this notion of what relationships are now, like, how do we kind of like pivot, and like, how do we see it? Because I always thought, I'm like, okay, if what I saw were men providing, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But then it was just the notion of men couldn't show emotions when they were weak or they were struggling with something. So now I got to have this tough exterior. I have it all together. Nah, I'm going to figure it out. I might need your help, but I'm going to go ahead and suffer in silence anyway.
Don't do that.
And just thug it out.
Yeah,
right?
no.
And then from the woman's perspective, it's the notion of, okay, she's going to cook, she's going to clean, she's going to provide in the household and everything like that.
No
she
job,
ain't got to
stay in
worry
the house.
about the job. She can stay at home, right? I think that the mindset of both individuals, if that's what it is, cool, right? But there's other people that feel like, okay, well, the woman can work too, and she can have a job.
She can.
And she can do these things, and the man can do that as well, and they both can bring in income. But I think it's just a mindset. And now where we're shifting to is like, okay, this notion of 50-50, or she don't do this, she don't do that. Don't talk to her.
It depends,
or he don't do this, or he don't do that. Don't talk to her.
It depends, because some people kind of do have like that traditional mindset where it's like the man is supposed to provide, I'll have the children and I'll take care of them, I'll stay home and I'll do this, I'll take care of the household, you got that. And then the more with this generation, you know, it's like, I guess you could say kind of like the rise of feminism where the women were like, no, we can work too, we can do this, which is true, you know, but it's hard to do that. And I think you got to have a good foundation of a support system and marriage in that household to be like, okay, we're both working, right? So if we're both working, how are we going to tackle this family that we're trying to create? Like, we got all this stuff going on. You're here, I'm there. You come home this time, and you know who's going to cook, who's going to clean. But it's a balance. You just got to find it.
Facts.
So it's like, okay, sometimes like, okay, I'm going to be working late from Monday to Tuesday. So I might need you to help out and do this. Cool, I got you. We can do this. Or if it's like we're both working, you know, we got the village behind us. There's a lot that comes into play with it, but it can be done. But it's just like today, you know, this day and age, a lot of people I think are scared of relationships, or they just don't even want that word to come out their mouths, because they're just like, I want like things that maybe they haven't gotten when they were younger. They're like, this, I want a strong finance. Like, I want to be financially free by the time I have children.
Right.
And sometimes it's not ideal. Like, especially in this economy. Hello, inflation.
Yeah.
You know, like it's going to be hard to have a house and the car that you feel like you need to have a family, or the job that you need. Like, it's kind of hard to set things up the way that you would like for it to happen now. But, and like, it's all in God's planning. So
yeah, I agree.
It's like you can think that you want this relationship, or you can think that you want this type of job or this type of family, but whatever God has for you, that's what's going to happen. And it's going to work out for the better. You just got to let it happen. Like, you're not in control. We think we're in control. Right. We think we're in control like 100% of the time, until we realize that we don't have all the pieces. We don't have all the keys. Our parents, by the time we became adults, I understand, okay, I see why you were telling me to slow down. Embrace childhood. Right. Embrace college. I had no responsibilities. I didn't have any bills when I was in college. I was good to go. And I was like, man, I just want to be an adult. I just want to make money. And now that I'm making money, I'm like, yeah, I think I'd rather just be a child again. There was a whole lot that I feel like I probably could have just embraced and just had fun with. And now I'm like, yeah, I get it. But, you know, that's and to kind of tie everything back to like relationships, we see like our parents or our grandparents, and they have these relationships. And just because they're long, we're like, oh, I want a relationship like that. And then when you get older and you actually see how they interact with each other, you're like, is this how you guys always talk to each other like this? Why are you angry with him? Like, if you're so mad, why are you guys still together? I don't understand what's happening. And then we kind of realize what it really is, what it really means to have a healthy, balanced relationship. Right. It takes work. It
definitely take work. Yeah, you can't sit there and be like, yeah, I want a Benz, but you know, I'm gonna give you Honda service. Like, you know what I'm saying? That don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it'd be like that though. It'd be like
That's
that.
Bad.
They like to dress it up.
Yeah, they like to sit there and dress it up. Okay, I want this. I want. What you're gonna do. Want. Like, what's going on?
But you know what? Relationships are a give and receive.
They are. I agree.
And even then, like, I think one thing that I kind of take pride in is that I take care of myself, and I also want my partner to take care of herself too. Because it's like, okay, what I want in a partner is also kind of what I'm doing for myself.
Yeah,
like,
you got to model that.
I go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I do my. You see, I go to the gym. You know, you know, I skincare routine is together. Like, I take care of my skin, I take care of my body, but I'm also taking care of my mind.
Yeah, the mental, for
because
sure.
what you see on the outside, this is all inside work. Mm-hmm. So like, it took discipline to you know, stay away from certain type of foods, even though I cheat, but it's okay.
I cheat too.
Yeah,
It's
we
cool.
all do.
Yeah,
It's
of course,
cool.
of course.
Get a cheat day in.
Yeah, of course.
Treat yourself.
Yeah, you have to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, like but I also want to see that in my partner as well. So it's like you don't need to be a workout guru like me, but it's good that let's go walking, let's go for a run, let's play basketball. Let me cross you up a couple times on the court. Make sure you still got it. Let me see with them ankles. You know what I'm saying? I like, but terrible. Like just in general, it's like what I want in a partner is also what I'm doing for myself. So right. I'm ambitious. I'm driven. I need you to be on 10 too. I need those things from you because I know what I want out of life, like what I want in a husband, what I want in a family. We got to set this up now together. We got to be on the same page.
You gotta have a like the go-getter mentality. Mm-hmm. Like if you're not goal-oriented, you're not trying to do X, Y, and Z. We're not trying to dream and vacate, whatever it may be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to expand and grow and understand that. So I think you working on yourself, realizing, okay, that's what I want as my opposition, you know what I'm saying? And
it took a minute.
It's going to take time. Mm-hmm. But when you don't.
Such a long time.
But when you don't work on yourself, when you don't work on yourself and you want that from the other side, then it's like, okay, now I become complacent. Now I become comfortable. And now I would seek happiness in an individual when you're supposed to be happy within yourself. And I think that's where a lot of the threshold is. Okay, now I'm with this person, X, Y, and Z. Now everything is all together because guess what? I ain't got to sit there and trip,
They make me whole.
Yeah, I'm whole now. Like, okay, yes, I'm not eating Red Lobster no more. We going to Roof Chris. Like, you know what I'm saying? That type of notion or whatever it is. No knock to either or because guess what? I still eat at either
Cheddar
or.
biscuits.
So, know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, I think now it comes with that work ethic, that discipline, because now that you've had it, now what you want to do.
That, and also, have you worked on yourself? You're like, what is your mental health like? How do you deal with your emotions, your feelings? Because if we're together and all I've seen from you is everything good, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, like we can vibe out, we can actually do this. But then you come home from a hard days of work, or somebody in your family made you really upset and you don't want to talk about it, and it's like, okay, this is a different side of you. Like, let's see how how you react. I'm gonna give you your space, or maybe you want somebody to come talk to you. How does this work? But if you start going off on me and stuff like that, I'm like, ooh, trigger, gotta go. Okay, yeah, no, this is not how I need you to be able to express how you feel. Like I'm here to support, and I'm also here to be a shoulder. I don't need you to be like, no, I'm good, I got it. It's like, no, you don't. You are punching holes in the wall, sir. Relax. Yeah. What is this?
Nobody told you to be Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, come on now, stop it. You can be. It's okay to be soft with me. I know you don't want to be soft. I get it. Everybody wants to be all hard. Yeah, that's fine. But when you're going through those emotions and you don't know how to release it, I need you to know that this is a safe space. Like, yeah, I mean, and just how it is with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, okay, we can have a conversation and we can talk about your traumas and whatever's going on, and it's fine. I'm not going to use it against you. I'm not going to throw things at you like, oh, you just like this. No. We can talk about it and figure everything out, and everything will be good to go. Yeah,
and that's healthy. I like what you just said, because I think sometimes that's the thing, right? The trust factor where, a guy may not feel competent, right, or content, because it's like, okay, now I've expressed everything, and my biggest fear is, okay, dang, I didn't sit there and told you. Now are you going to use that? Are you going to use that against me? You know what I'm saying? So this whole notion of trust, right? What was that like for you in your early stages, and what did you feel like you saw repetitive cycles of? You know what I'm saying, for you?
Okay. So, they say like the first relationship that a woman has is with the relationship with her father. And I guess I got to talk about it, I guess. So domestic violence was what separated my parents. And I wasn't there when it happened, the big time, And I heard my mom's point of view, and I heard my dad's point of view. And when I heard it from my dad, I was like, it's just not adding up. Like, I really do want to believe you, but I'm a logical person. It needs to make sense. What you're saying happened, I don't see how that could happen. I've seen my mother, she unfortunately, she had to get staples in her head. So I was like, okay, like I've seen what happened. Like, she showed me, everything that, she went through, and she talked to me about what happened and why it happened and how it kind of led to it. So what you're telling me is not adding up, and I need it to add up. And if it doesn't, you're not taking accountability, and you're kind of just lying to me. and I'm supposed to just accept the lies just because you're my father. And it's like, no, I need you to be honest with me and take accountability for it. And for a minute, actually forever, he never told me the truth about what happened, at least from what I think. Like I said, I'm a logical person, so I played everything out in my head, and I was like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense. But to get to where I am now, and like that trust factor, I guess you could say I didn't really get it from him. So I kind of found it within myself. So basically, years and years of work was me taking the space away from him because I needed to, and then also just forgiving him on my own, because
Right.
we weren't able to have a conversation and talk about what happened and really dive deep into why it happened. Like, what made you snap to do that? How could you do that to somebody that you love? And because I never really got that from him, I forgave him on my own. So I was like, you know what? If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I've already forgiven you. It would be nice to have a closure moment. But if you don't want to take accountability for it, that's okay. I'm moving on. And I also had to learn that, not every man is like this. I know not every man is like this,
Right.
But he kind of also instilled that in me too. Can I curse on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So when I was like 6 or like 7, I'm going to go outside and play with my friends. And he stops me in the hallway and he was like, hey, Gianni, niggas ain't shit. And I said, okay, well, I don't know what this means, but I said, I'm just telling you, I'm just trying to tell you, because I see, you're getting a little older and, all these boys out here, so I'm just telling you, niggas ain't shit. And I said, okay, I got it. He said, no, I need you to repeat it. And I said, I don't want to say it. And he was like, you're fine, I'm your father, go ahead, say it. And I said, N-words ain't S-word. He said, no, say it. So it's like right there, he's instilling in me, that these men out here ain't shit. And he was like, I'm a nigga and I ain't shit. I said, golly, sir, please, I am 6. I don't know.
Crazy.
I just want to go outside and play. But when I think about it, he did kind of like set the tone.
Right.
And, unfortunately, well, I guess you could say fortunately, I did see my way around it. At least I thought, until I ran into these guys. But that's my fault. I made bad decisions, or I guess I had learning experiences, and I know what's up now. But with him instilling me with that information, it's like, okay, like, why aren't men shit? Why? What are the things that they do? What is it that they do? Why don't they like this, or why don't they want a relationship? Why don't they? Like what? I don't understand why it's like that. But now I get it. Not to say it again, there's a difference between N-words and men.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Just the same way where it's like there's a difference between bitches and women.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
It's a big difference.
Everybody is not alike.
Right, for sure.
You cannot put, just because you went through a bad situation with one or maybe a couple guys, whether it's a pattern that the people that you keep attracting, or maybe it's just the people that, I don't know, that maybe you just been introduced to. It's not gonna be like that for the rest of your life. Like you have to turn around, figure out, okay, why do I keep attracting these type of people? What is it about me that seems to attract people like this? And then once you figure it out, as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, nope, I remember you from last year. Nope, I'm good. No, we never met before. No, we did. I know exactly who you are. Nope, I'm good. Nice to meet you. Okay, yeah, gotta go. And you move on. And then I think where I am now with how everything has played out, it's like I see what I was presented with, and I did, lean into it, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll change, or maybe they'll see my worth, and I'll get them to know who I am and see the type of woman that I am. But they just weren't my person. That was not my man. It wasn't.
Gotcha.
Any of them. But now, I've taken the time. I got baptized. I started going to church every Sunday, and became celibate, and I've been doing it for about maybe a year or so now, and I've just did a lot of work with myself to the point where it's like I'm fine with waiting for whoever God had for me. Waiting. Not pressuring you, Lord, but I'm just saying I'm waiting. I am patient.
I cannot.
I am. But also, I would just like to meet him at least, to be like, hey, this is him. Okay, thank you, Lord. I appreciate it. Bet. Okay, and we still celibate. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I am ready now, and it's good because people have come around my way. They trying to spin the block, and easy I'd be like, no. We've been through this before. No. Or maybe a new person, and they're like, oh, I just want to vibe. No. We're not vibing. This is we it's starting a foundation for a relationship, something beautiful. I don't want something that you can just vibe with. I don't want a temporary situation. I want to be like, okay, we met and we were great friends and we became best friends and then lovers. And then, with that became partners and relationships and husband and wife and family and beautiful black babies.
Okay, loving basketball.
You feel
Okay,
me?
loving basketball.
You
Okay.
feel me? Yeah.
And I get that. I get that. I think that that's very, very important. And realizing, the mistakes, right? Because I'm going to say my younger self, I made a lot of mistakes. I ain't even going to lie. Like, realizing.
What happened?
What you mean, what happened?
What happened?
Oh, let's talk about it then. Like, it's the notion of what you were attracting. Like, if you rapping and you fly and this, that, and the third, oh, you got a car, da, 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 da. Like, you got the materialistic things, and people can attach themselves just to the lifestyle that you're living.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what it was. They like the lifestyle. That's why they're around. They like this. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay, ups, downs. Oh, you going through it right now. Oh, I ain't there. Oh. So that's where your loyalty lies. When
Yeah.
everything is on the ups, we good. But then when it's a little
When I really need you.
adversity or turbulence, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's what it really was. But then realizing not attaching yourself to like the work and the lifestyle, just understanding who you are as a person, having a genuine conversation. Like, okay, who's J Flow if he didn't rap? Who's J Flow if he didn't podcast? Who's J Flow if he didn't do community outreach?
Who is he in there?
Who's he? You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's the thing that we have to really ask ourselves as well, and as we're working, because everything comes to the light when the shadow work is done. And like you said, you've been doing a lot of shadow work and things of that nature.
A lot.
She said a lot.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah. So, but I think that for me, I got into a space of journaling and just, like I said, having more conversations with God, realizing, okay, is this what it's supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? And then just direct it, because I think, like you said earlier, it's a difference between, somebody that doesn't have morals, obviously, ninjas per
Yes,
se.
ninjas. I
And
like
then,
that. I like that.
Then men, right? So
Yeah.
like a man is going to value not only himself, but the people that he's around, and put people in position and things of that nature, and chase purpose, right? And pursue that. And understand that there's times where you're going to have to, not necessarily compromise, but understand the balance between a lot of things. And I think that, this notion of chasing and pursuing, you know what I'm saying, where people just, I think it's really emotional intelligence, because some people don't really understand. And then it may be an insecurity thing too, where it's a difference. Like if I'm chasing something, then I know that it's not satisfying, right? Because it's like, okay, I chased it, now what? Now if I'm pursuing, then I know that this is kind of like long term. Okay, I see potential. I see ideal. You know what I'm saying? Not on those Summer Walker potential vibes, but either or. Like that's neither. Yeah. That song's fire, by the way. But yeah, it's just the notion of, okay, this is what it is. So even how we watch it in movies and things like that. Like I'll be like, love don't cost a thing. Yes, it does. It does. Love does cost.
What does it cost, sir? What does it cost?
A lot.
How much?
I don't know if you could put a price on it, but it's a lot. Like, I mean, we had Nick Cannon showing you literally what insecurity. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, Christina Milian being the fly chick that every guy wanted per se, and he's not feeling up to par because he's trying to stand out, and it's like low key, it's like, be who you are.
Yeah, no, and that's how it should be, because I think when we're growing up, K through 12, it's like you got the popular crowd and you got the people that's just kind of like all around the popular crowd. And sometimes people want to get in with the popular crowd. It's like, oh, like they play football, they're the quarterback of the team, and they do this and they do that. And it's like, okay, yeah, they're cool, but like, what else? You know, what else do they have to offer? Because I remember there was this guy in high school, and literally every woman was talking about him, like, oh, he's so cute, he's so this, that, and I wasn't necessarily talking to him, but I heard a conversation, and he just came off so cocky, and I was like, "Yeah, not my type. I do not like that. I like a man like who's confident, but that cockiness would turn me off so quick. I can't stand that. So it's like, okay, just because you're attractive, what else do you have to offer? Because that attractiveness just gets me to notice you. But then after that, what's your conversation like? What are your morals? What are your goals? Do you want to go far in life? Do you have plans like 10 years, 15 years down the road? Where do you see yourself by then? Not just like, oh, I'm just, just trying to get this money. And it's like, okay, but how? How are we, like, what are the ways to get this money? Is it passive income? Or is it just one income? You trying to get money in all these different places, or are you just trying to be comfortable? What is it? What are the plans? Because it's like, okay, if we are to get together, I want to make sure that we are aligned. Like how can I fit myself into your vision, or how can we make a vision for ourselves that's going to be like, okay, this is what I want.
For sure.
Like we're starting off here, but we can see ourselves there.
Right.
Because I do not mind if a man doesn't have it all together yet, because I don't have it all together yet.
Yeah.
We can work together and we can be great together.
Right.
You know, separately but together, because, you know, we're two different bodies.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, we both have like the same vision, or we have like the same goals, and we're like, okay, even though we're here, in 10 years we're gonna be there. So whatever we have to do to get there, we're gonna do it. You know, we're gonna keep each other motivated, listening to motivation videos if need be, or just motivating each other by our daily things that we do. You know, we gotta stay focused, gotta stay on our grind, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Grind hard, dream big.
Yeah, for sure. How
like
do you
that?
grind the
You like
biggie
I did
dream?
that?
I like
You
that. I
like
like
that?
that. I like that a lot.
I was waiting.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, I think that's important, because, like I said, at the end of the day, the priorities have to be a part of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you value working hard, if you value, you know, we're every month we mapping out goals. How far did we get here? How far did we get here? Did we meet the goal? Did we not? If we didn't meet the goal, what would we have to do? Like, building that community as well is very, very important, I think. Right? And then it's like, it's time to, you know, you can have fun, obviously, but you got to be able to have that balance and work too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like,
and then
I'm
like
very
add the
serious.
value to the situations. Like, I'm not tripping off of, you know, if you're adventurous or whatever it is that you define as fun. But if it's OD, I definitely let you know. Like, oh yeah, that's a little OD. That's a little too much. Like, you said you was all right. You know.
What you
you
mean
had
by
your little
like
friends.
OD?
You
Like,
had you had your fun and your girl nights or whatever. And that's
oh yeah,
cool.
and then it's
You feel what I'm saying? But it's like, we also have to have us time.
our
too.
time. Yeah.
Because
a
that's
balance.
important. The balance. Yeah.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
life is literally, I guess, you like to break it down into like parts. Balance is a big thing that people kind of forget, because sometimes we'll tend to put so much of ourselves in other people, and then we forget about ourselves. Because
Yeah.
okay, I'm doing so much over here. Like, okay, you need me, I got you. You need me too, I got you. You need me to be your ear, I got you.
Right.
Then when I go home, what do I have for myself? Nothing. So, you know, like if just in general, when it comes to life, if we all have these goals that we're trying to meet, you know, whether it's just me with myself or a family, whatever it is, it's like I do have to dedicate time for myself in that. So it's like, okay, I know you have a dream, you got goals, and I can assist with that. But at times it's like, okay, you're doing something, but it's like I had no time for myself this whole week. Just give me like a day to myself. Give me like an hour. Give me a couple hours. Yeah. Let me just self-care myself. Let me just have a pamper day, or let me have a day to just focus on my goals. Like, let me write this stuff down. Let me work on my lyrics. Let me work on my beats. Yeah. You know, all this stuff. There's a lot of time that we have, and yet again, like, we don't have a lot of time here. So we got to utilize it. So, you know, we got 24 hours in a day. And there's only so much we can do, but you got to balance it out.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, it's no problem. Okay, I see you working hard. You want to go to the studio. All right, best. Say no more. Here's a couple. Know what I'm saying? Here you go. Take care of the studio session for you. Okay? Know what I'm saying? Say no more. You said that you've been working hard. Your feet hurt. Da, 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 da.
They do.
Massage. Know what I'm saying? Or, know what I'm saying? Go get your manis and your petties. Know what I'm saying? I said that right. Yeah.
You did.
Know what I'm saying? So
Thank
your
you.
manis and
Good
petties.
job. Good
Know what I'm
job.
saying? So, you know, paying attention, fellas 101. Know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay
Yes,
attention.
and it's
Know what I'm
okay,
saying?
fellas. It is okay to get a manicure. Okay, you ain't gotta be like that. And them feet too, please.
Oh, no, for sure.
If you are ripping off the carpet with your crusty feet, they are not touching me in bed. And you can't wear socks either. Stop.
I
Stop it.
cannot, yo.
Stop it.
We not
Do
gonna
you
do
wear
that.
socks to bed?
Huh? No.
Do you? Okay.
No, I take care of mine.
Thank
I
you.
takes care of mine.
But you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
fine.
Like, yo, men, you ever seen men when they got like the fingernails and it's only like right here, and they be want to touch you and stuff? Like, no. What is up with that? Relax, sir. Come on now. It's okay. Look,
You gotta relax, Nightcrawler. So
yeah.
Let me
No,
stop.
for real.
Let me stop.
You know,
Let
dirty
me stop.
nails. Remember Poetic Justice.
Yeah.
Remember, she clocked him on the nail. She said, "What's up with your nails? Your nails dirty." And he came back. You know, I got the fresh set. You know, I keep them clean. Somebody had told me one time, and it's like, right. You get it, sir.
Yeah.
It's okay to be pampered and everything too. There ain't nothing wrong with that, because you know, it's just the outside. It's cool.
Yeah.
We like that. We like seeing that.
It's interesting because the shows that we watched, like, coming up, I felt like it was like, you know, from Fresh Prince and Uncle Phil and Aunt Vivian to
The Cosby Show.
The Cosbys, and then of course, you know, like Martin and Gina, and everybody saying they want that Martin and Gina love. Like what? Like, I don't know. Like, it was a little hectic to me. I ain't gonna lie. He's sitting there yelling all the time. Sometimes. Gina. And it's just like Martin. Like, bro.
What's my favorite? Remember, they always quote that one when him and Gina in the room, and she's like, "Find Martin, it's over. He's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, damn.
Yeah. He's always
He's like,
apologizing. Yeah. But she stayed down though.
She did. She did.
Even when Hitman Hearns did the number on him, I remember that, Joan. His face was all puffy, but she was still there.
Tommy Hearns?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was his fault. He did that to himself.
Yeah,
he shouldn't have done that. Why he get in the ring with him?
I don't know.
Come on now. Stop it.
He
But it's
not even a
okay.
boxer,
Oh, you
but-
want to kiss with that face? Give me a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let me
Are you sure it's a minute or is it a day or is it a month?
Give me a minute. Let me just real quick, you know.
Looking like he had hives.
But you know
That's
what?
crazy.
With relationships like that, I think it was good to see ourselves on TV because back then, it was kind of rare to see a healthy black family on TV, like the Cosby Show. I know, what happened. And
Yes.
he's doing whatever. Is he out or is he still in jail?
I'm not sure.
Okay, well either way,
I'm just hoping that he does. He's doing well.
Either way, during that time, he did bring something new to television, where it was a black family. He was a doctor. Claire was the lawyer, and they had a home on their own and beautiful children doing their things, going through the trials and tribulations. But you seeing it and seeing them work through things, and a lot of times you didn't see that on TV.
No,
you
you
always
didn't.
saw kind of like bad depictions of us or us on the news or things like that, and
Right.
they kind of wanted to change the narrative, which was good because also people who didn't have that growing up, like have that actual vision of the family and what like a healthy relationship supposed to look like, that kind of made you have something to look forward to, where it's like, dang, I want a relationship like the Cosbys, like I want to have a family like them, I want to do this, I want to do that, because that's what they saw, and they saw the good parts. There were bad parts of they had their moments and they didn't speak to each other or whatever, their arguments, disagreements, but they always came together and worked it out at the end. And that's what it's about. Like when a relationship is not going to be healthy, not healthy. A relationship is not going to be good and happy 24/7.
Right.
Because life isn't happy and good 24/7.
for sure.
There's going to be ups and downs, but it's better to go through those ups and downs in life with somebody that you can trust.
Right.
When you got that support system, it feels so much better to be doing it with somebody else than alone. Unless you like it, to be alone. Then that's fine.
No, that's hard.
Some people do like to be alone. I'm not one of them. But some people, no, for real. Some people, they're like, no, I'm cool with being by myself. Like people who, when they have a loved one for all of their years, like the majority of their life, and unfortunately maybe like somebody might pass, and then you like, grandma, don't you want to get no, I've had enough men. Your father was enough, your grandfather was enough, I'm cool, I'm good, I'm gonna do life the rest of life by myself. And it's like, don't you want? No, I do not. And sometimes it might be too much, to go through that again, lose a loved one. But it is beautiful to see, and I would rather do it with somebody else than to be doing it by myself.
Yeah, for sure. Because, know what I'm saying? You get lonely. You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
gets lonely.
Everybody gets lonely.
See, and that's why people get caught up in those situationships, because, people get lonely. They don't want a relationship, but they're like, hey, listen, I need that companionship. I need that intimacy. You trying to come through? And my dumb ass was like, yeah, I come through. Yeah, sure, yeah, we can chill. Yeah, sure, we can do that. But you know what? It's because I wanted that same thing, but I always wanted more. I wanted a relationship. So I was like, okay, I'll show you that I can be there whenever you need me to.
Right.
And I'll do that and for you. And then at the end, it's like, okay, well, what happens when I need him? Like, is he there?
Right.
Did he drop everything for you? Did he, when you needed to talk to him, when you were having a rough day, was he there? Did he come by your side? No? Leave. Gotta go. But it takes a minute because, like you said, we are lonely, and sometimes during those lonely hours or those lonely moments, it's like all you want to do is talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And it's not your parents. You just want that romantic, intimate type thing.
Yeah, you want a conversation. You want to know somebody that's going to hold you down.
Yeah,
Know what I'm saying?
Hold you down.
Hold you down. Hold you down. Bow Wow and Mario joint. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold you. You know what I'm saying? That joint.
Yeah, but
Nah,
I think that is kind of where our generation is kind of messed up when it comes to relationships, because it's like, people say they don't want a relationship, but they do want the things that come with a relationship.
Yeah.
Where like they want that intimacy, they want that the physical.
The physical stuff.
The physical.
All that other stuff. Yeah.
And that's
lovey-dovey
what
and all
kinda
that other stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
you're not understanding how toxic that is.
Yeah,
You're
because
not
they'll be like, "Oh, I'm
understanding.
not ready for a relationship." Then do not get me involved in whatever you got
Yeah.
going on, because that's gonna mess me up. It's gonna mess up my emotions.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to be with somebody and be there for them and also introduce sex into that, and then also not have feelings.
Yeah.
Sir, you are confusing me in my heart, my mind, I don't know what is happening right
Yeah.
now, but I thought I was this, and then I'm sitting there thinking that like I might need you, and you just told me that I can't need you, and we should just be friends. But whenever you call me,
Yeah.
I'm there, and we're cuddled up in bed. What do you want, sir? What do you want from
I'm
me?
confused.
What exactly do you want?
I'm confused. Like I said Aladdin only had 3 wishes. It's confusing out here.
Confused. Well, they
It's really confusing.
y'all be confusing us.
And y'all be confusing us.
I'm sorry, but
Y'all
it wasn't
do.
me. It wasn't me.
I know it wasn't you. I'm just saying y'all be confusing us too, though. Because
I
it's like,
know.
okay, we want this. Okay, you want us to do this. You want us to do that. It's like, okay, well, can we just get a thank you sometimes? Because sometimes we don't get that.
You know what?
Because
But
sometimes it's like, okay, we did everything, and then it's just like, okay, we did every single thing, and we don't get the thank you. We
Thank
don't
you.
get the conversation. We don't get the whole notion of, I see you, I appreciate you, keep on doing your thing.
I see that.
Brother man.
I get
That's
that.
just one time.
I do
Know what I'm
get
saying?
that, because I understand a lot of people, when they're relationships, they were like, oh, like I need him to know that I'm the prize. And it's like, okay, well, if you're the prize, then what is he? Don't you?
We both the prize.
Right. Why can't we
The
both
treasure
be the prize?
chest together.
Yeah. Why can't like it's like, okay, you wanted me, but I also want you. So I also view you as the prize too. It's like, okay, like I know, I'm fine, and I do my thing. I do my thing. But I also appreciate a lot of things that you have, a lot of things that you do, and it's like, okay, I appreciate how fine you are, but I also appreciate your mind.
Right.
I appreciate the things that you do for me. I do love that you do these things. I love that you are a provider. You're a support. You be there whenever I need you to be, and you also allow me to be there whenever you need me. So I will say thank you. Thank you for cleaning up. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for taking me out. I did not want to drive. Thank you for driving.
Thank
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, reassurance is good.
Yes,
and sometimes,
and
but see, that's the
good.
thing though. Sometimes that's why I think love languages are underrated,
Ooh.
right? Because a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
No.
Like if you're gonna sit there and be around me, I ain't gonna lie. You around me for like a month or two, you should be picking up on some things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you
Pay
should
attention.
be picking up and understanding
Observant.
that. Being observant, understanding what it is. Like for me, it's communication. The minute
Mm-hmm.
you don't sit there and talk to me, oh yeah, we got a problem. Like Houston, we have a problem.
wait.
And
But
we're in Maryland, and we may still
Wait,
have
but
to.
you know how
Listen.
sometimes it's good to just be quiet with your partner? Where it's like, okay, we don't need to talk 24/7. Just sit here in silence with me. Let's just watch TV. Please don't talk to me. This is my part. It's my
No.
part. It's my part. It's my part. Or we can just sit there like if I'm working on music. Sometimes I do want just peace and quiet. Where you can come in, but don't disturb me to the point where I'm like, sir, please, I have been working all day. I just need a little bit of silence.
No, and that's fair, and I respect that. But I'm saying, like, if you don't understand the love language of the person and you don't value that, then
Exactly.
it's more damaging. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Yeah.
like I said, quality time could be quality time. Some people look at quality time as like, okay, bet, say no more. Our favorite show is on. Oh yeah, the show is only on for an hour. Okay, bet, say no more. I'm going on to my regular life. But it's like, what?
Yeah, no, there's love languages for a reason, because
Yeah.
people kind of put everything in the pockets where it's like, okay, you have people that are giving and people that are, they like the quality time,
Yeah.
or they like to touch, or giving gifts, things like that. So it's like, okay, but also, how do you see love? Because just because you give love that way doesn't mean that you also receive it that way.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I know maybe like one person, maybe I was dating, and they like quality time, they like to touch. Then I go with another person, and that person doesn't like that, but this person over there like that. So I'm giving them something that they don't even appreciate, or they don't. That's not how they receive love.
Right.
And I'm over here like, I'm giving you this love, and you're not taking it. What is your problem? And it's like, are you ungrateful? And it's like, no, I just receive love differently.
Right.
I like gifts. Okay,
Yeah.
I like to be taken out, or I like to go out to eat. I'm a foodie. Let's go get some food.
Yeah.
Or I do like quality time. I need you to spend that time with me. And they're like, oh, well, I never had to spend time with. Well, I'm not them. I'm not. I'm saying this is how I receive
Right.
love.
Not for sure.
And if you can give that to me, then cool. But if not, gotta go.
Right. Nah, quality time is good in conversations. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where are we going? Where are we headed? Like, you know what I'm saying? If
Ooh.
am I driving the car today, or are you driving the car today?
I
If you're
was-
driving the car today, that's cool. I can be in the passenger, but guess what?
Yep.
You can give me the keys the next day, and I don't mind driving. That's cool. Where we're going, because I'm
Where
more
we're
of a
going.
I'm a visionary. I need to understand that if I'm not knowing where we're going, then I'm going to have more questions. I'm gonna realize.
Yes, and that was one thing that I learned this year, is that I needed I want to partner with a vision. Like, what is your intentions? Well, what are your intentions with me? So it's like, okay, you say you want to be with me, but what does that mean? You want to build a family? You want to, make houses together, or you want to go here to here. You want to travel. You want to do this. You want to do that. Like, do you see us getting married? Do you want to be married? Is that something for long term? Do you want a prenup? What exactly do you want? You know what I'm saying? How do I fit into your vision? Like, if you say that you have a vision and I can fit in there, perfect. As long as I like whatever you have.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like, a man with a vision, that's something that a lot of people, I feel like a person with a vision, that's somebody can lead. And as a woman, a lot of times we do have a soft side.
Yeah.
But we a lot of we kind of have like that wall up at first. When we first meet you, we're like, okay, what do you want from me? What is it? And then once you get past that wall, we're like, hey, nah, whatever you need, I got it. You say you want to do what? You want to eat? Got you. You want to do what? You want to go here? I got you. I got you. If you staying up late, you want to study? Bet I got no cards. We let you see that soft side of us.
Right. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that, and I feel like guys as well, vice versa. I do believe that there's a soft side to guys.
Yes.
But I think because of the way it's portrayed, it's like you guys don't really see it as much because it's always
your mouth.
What you mean?
No, I'm listening.
It's hindered. It's hindered, literally.
No, yeah,
it's hindered for us because like if we show that we have the emotion per se, then once again it goes into that trust factor. Like, oh my gosh, she's gonna use it against me. She saw me cry. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, we have the emotions, and we're supposed to.
I hate that, but you know what? I know like a lot of men, especially black men, when they were younger, what you crying for? Don't cry.
Right.
Men
That's
don't
what
cry.
we
Boys
told,
don't cry. Don't cry. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Right.
And it's like, sir, no. Like, it's okay. You ain't gotta cry about everything. Like, don't be like, I fucking drop that. It's no, like, sir, like, it's not like anything like that. But it's like whenever you're going through things, if somebody passes, you got to be able to release that emotion.
Yeah, you have to
cry. Please cry. You know what I'm saying? Let it out, because you feel so much better. You feel so much relief. After that, and it's also cleansing to cry. Yeah. Get it out. Let it out, because I know one type of man, or I guess people that I don't even align myself with, are people who, whenever they're going through things, they turn to like drugs or alcohol, or they don't even let out. They just kind of keep everything bottled up inside, and they walk around mad at the world, like I did something to you. And it's like, no, that's not healthy. You got to be able to talk about it. Right. Let it out. Like, whoever you go to, speak with them. You don't got to speak to everybody about your problems if you don't want to, whatever you feel comfortable with. But you should have somebody that you can come home to and talk to and be like, yo, I'm going through this right now, and I don't know how to deal with it. This is really weighing heavy on me, and let it out. Like, you gotta let it out. Yeah. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you gotta have everything together and be all hard and hold it together. Like, everybody doesn't have it together. We're human.
Right. And it's like, yeah, if I'm here with it, I need you to be here with it too. Like, just understand that too. That's why I be saying, like, there's nothing wrong with, you being sensitive or showing your emotions. That's cool. Because like I said, I want the good, bad, and the ugly. I don't want the crazy. That's what they got Lifetime for.
I'm here for all your seasons. If we're going to be together, I got to see you in every light as possible. Yeah. I got to see you when you're good. I got to see you when you're bad. I got to see you when you're sad. I got to see you in every season, so I know exactly who I'm getting, because I don't want to be surprised. Like, how people say when people show up to relationships, they're showing you like their representative first. Yeah. And they're like, oh, I'm this and I'm this and I'm that, and I'm just so great. I'm just so happy all the time. And it's like, okay, well, what's it like when you're not happy? Right. Like, are you good? Do you know how to handle it? Do you know how to express yourself?
Yeah,
Or you gonna be mad at the world?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I used to get angry. I used to get mad, but
like a temper?
I didn't calm down. Yeah, that journal came in handy. Just sat there and just wrote everything I was going through. Okay, you know what? I'm having a bad day.
What made you turn to getting the journal though?
I just think that I always had the love and the niche to write and read. So I just felt like it was very therapeutic for me. Like, I just always found myself journaling regardless. And I think the artistry and writing raps and everything like that really helped. So it's just like every day, okay, I have a to-do list, but it's like, God, I'm grateful for this, and this is what I'm looking forward to. And I think that that's a safe haven for me. It's just like, all right, bet. It's just me, my journal, my thoughts. Cool.
And that's kind of like artists with their music too, because you start off with like writing your thoughts down, and for me it was like the poems and things like that, and then it slowly turned into beats, and every now and again I might write a couple poems too. But it is very healthy to write down your thoughts. And one of the crazy things that I kind of like even just realized right now is that before I even kind of like I knew I was like a child of God, but I had thought I had gotten baptized when I was like way, way, way young, and then kind of find out I never got baptized. And I told myself before I didn't find out that once I did find the right church, I was going to get baptized again once I felt at home. And then I started going to Union Church, and once I felt like it was home, I was like, yeah, I'm getting baptized. And I was having conversations with God way before I thought about getting baptized again, or I'm sorry, baptized the first time. And it took me a minute to realize that I was having those conversations with him, and I was already building a relationship right then and there. Like having those talks where I'm like, Lord, listen, you told me to do this, and I'm doing it, but it's not working out. I thought I was supposed to be here, and I'm not. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what you're doing up there, but I'm gonna let you do what you do. But just give me a sign, give me something. And all in all, he was with me through it all, and it kind of led me to, analyzing everything. Like the EP that I'm working on right now. I only got one more song left, and it's almost done. But the EP that I'm working on right now is all about relationships and my relationships, my experiences with them, and what I was thinking during those moments. And it was like each point from like the beginning to when we first met, where I'm like, oh, it's all cupcakes and rainbows, and he just treats me so nice, and I like this, to the part where I'm like, okay, I'm a little confused because I thought it was supposed to be this and it's not. And then where I'm also starting to realize how everything is happening, and I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't it, or maybe I need to try harder. Like, what is it? And then tying everything back to the relationship that I had with my father, and it's like, okay, now I see why things are the way that they are. It's things that they did, but it's also what I allowed them to do. So it's like, okay, I knew you were treating me not the way I wanted to be treated, but I just thought if I put myself out there more, maybe you'll see how much I'm worth. And it's crazy, make you see how much I'm worth. Come on now. Yeah, I already know how much I'm worth. Yeah. I mean, I know what right. I'm worthy of and type of man that I need, but because I felt like, oh, maybe this will work, I just gotta try harder. Maybe, okay, he wants to see effort, I'll show him effort, I'll do this. And it's like, no, it's just not the right one. It's not, and it's fine. And then, God was kind of, we were having our conversations and just kind of listening to what needed to happen. I was like, okay, slowly but surely I started, cutting people out of my life and having those tough conversations, which were very eye-opening and, healthy still too. But I needed to go through all of that to get to where I am, because then when I turned around and looked, I was like, yeah, I went through all that. But look how peaceful life is right now. Like, I'm drama free. Ain't nobody on my line. I'm just chilling right now. But it feels good.
Yeah, you feel like you at peace.
I don't feel lonely.
That's
I
good.
don't.
That's good.
I don't.
No, I think that's definitely dope, because I know for myself, like, it's like being that example. I have to be that. Because like I said, like, on my father's side of the family, I was, we talked about it a little bit earlier. It's like the notion of being Haitian and being American, right? I was told as a kid, like, okay, you know what, you get married, you know what I'm saying, you have kids, you don't leave your family, right? I was told lies because I figured out, and I looked at it when I was older, I'm like, yo, it's a lot of trauma, right? So I'm like, dog, like, I'm going through the motions, now I have to be that example. So because I don't see it as much, now I have to get all this information and embed it. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, this is what a healthy family looks like.
Breaking the cycle.
Breaking the cycle, literally. Because it's like, okay, yes, we're taught as men, taught to provide, go get a job, go get it, you know what I'm saying, make your money, make your bottom line, X, Y, and Z. But then this notion of social or emotional support, how to show up in that capacity. And it's like, oh, well, the lights are paid, the house is good, we're straight.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
And it's like, no.
But the social and emotional part is important as well, because if you don't apply that, then, like I said, it's like, okay, cool, you're with somebody, but you're just moving for self. And I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. Like, and I think, when we're younger, we were kids, we saw things that our parents did, and the things like that, like, if you have children in the future, it's like, okay, there's things that you will take from what you got and what you learned from your parents, and there's things that you will not do, where you're like, okay, they did this to me, didn't like it, but they taught me this, and this is very valuable. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna teach you this. I'm gonna show you how things should be. Like, for instance, my mom, she was very big on on school, and reading and doing your summer readings and the summer books. And at first I was like, I don't want to do this, man. I just want to go outside and play.
Right.
But then the older you get, like, I've realized that kids today, they're behind with school levels.
Yeah.
Like their reading levels, like they're not on track. And it's like, yo, like, that couldn't have been me, because my mom kept my head in those books.
Right.
And when it came to my father, one of the things that I wish that I could have had was have him at like all of my games. Like he was definitely the provider for sure. Lights on. If I whenever I had to go back to school shopping. My mom took me, but he gave us the money to go and things like that. But it's like I just didn't feel his presence as much as I needed, and I didn't realize that until I got older, because I was like, dang, I'm looking in these stands and I see all these kids. They got their parents. Whether it's at least one or both of them, everybody got somebody in their family, and it's my mom. Not saying that was a bad thing, because I did love seeing my mom.
For sure.
But it would have been nice, because they weren't divorced yet. It would have been nice to see them together
right.
and see my dad cheering. Because when I would come home from basketball games, he was right there home, chilling, sleeping. Right. And it's like, you got to understand that children need that attention. They need that love.
Sure.
How you guys made me together. So you also got to realize that, I'm her daughter, and whatever you did to get her, you don't got to do the same thing with me, but we got to do like the daddy-daughter dates. It's important to go out and spend some time with your child, learn who you are, and also have her learn who you are, to the point where she's like, I need a man like him. I want a man like my father, because he does this and he did that and he took me here and he told me that, I don't need a man for this, or maybe I do need a man for this. But it's just like, you got to set that example from jump, because then she knows what to look forward to.
Right.
And she's like, okay, this type of man that I want, this type of husband that I want, this is the type of man I want for the father of my children. So it's like, whenever I have children, I don't care if they playing chess, I don't care if they're doing spelling bees. Me and him, we're going to be right there like, you spell that word. Yep, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yep, spell it. S-U-P. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be there. If you're doing chess, I got you. There you go. King. Yep, knock it over. Yep, kick it over. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'll be quiet. But you know what I mean? Like,
I got what you
got to make your presence known. Be there.
Yeah. I think
be there.
Yeah, it's important. Like I said, for me personally, like you said, my mother, she always was heavy on the education. Like, okay, yeah, I know you want to do this rapping thing, but you're going to get your degree. You're going to get your high school diploma. If you don't get that, I don't want to see you at no stage. Don't ask me for no money, because guess what? You going to sit there and fund it. Guess what? Don't ask me about that. Okay, you got your job. You take your money, and you're going to go and make it happen. But you're going to get that diploma, and you're going to get that degree. Yeah, and that's what I did. I'm like, all right, cool. Guess what? You can go ahead and do your little thing now. Whatever you want to do.
My mom was very
cool.
stern on that.
It's fine. My dad, I learned the work ethic from. So it's like that notion. And like I said, when I was playing basketball, he was there, for that and things like that. But I knew, certain things we agree to disagree on certain things, but now we're in a healthier space and now understanding that. So it's just like, as you get older, you realize, okay, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of a threshold or a little, roadblock or whatever, but
that's
I'm glad
lovely.
And healthy. Now we're actually talking more.
That's good.
Way more, actually.
Yeah. It takes a lot.
And it does take a lot.
Because sometimes parents don't understand, I guess, like what the child needs. Or it's like, okay, now that I'm an adult, you still got to be here, right? Like, we got to have our conversations.
Yeah, for
I'm going to tell you about my life, what's going on, and you tell me what's going on. And unfortunately, me and my dad aren't there yet, because he's going through some things. But, one day it would be nice. If I do have that opportunity, it would be nice to have, like those daddy-daughter dates, or spend time with each other and really, like, talk, have conversations. But, I don't really have that right now. But it is lovely to see. Like, my my boss, he's that way with his daughter, like all of his children, and that's like, oh, I would so love that, because like whenever they need him, he's like, oh, gotta go, my daughter needs this, or she needs her brace fit, so she's gonna come here and I'm gonna take it, or I'm gonna take her car for a drive, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, we're gonna spend time, my wife's out of town, so me and my daughter, we're gonna do this. And it's like, man, like if only we had that, like if I had that type of relationship with my dad, I feel like I'd be good to go.
Yeah, because it's that fine tuning that you were talking about, and I think it's that introduction, right? That introduction and what he has sat there and told you when you were 7, which is crazy. Right? But it's like,
why would you say that, sir?
Yeah, literally. But I think that the introduction is important. You know what I'm saying? Because if you modeled it, then after that, it's like, okay, I have something to look forward to. Okay, this is like I said, opening the doors, or being a gentleman, knowing the complimentary. You know what I'm saying? What to wear or what not to wear, always being on time, like little things like that, that are pet peeves matters. That could be that do matter.
Stuff like that matters. The little things matter just as much as the big things. The little things too. Like once I kind of noticed, like you're not opening doors for me anymore, or you're starting to like neglect me a little more. Like I'm not getting like the little things that I need, or things like that. It's like, okay, like what's going on? Like I need these things, right? This is it's a respect factor.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. If I sit there, you go on a date, you know what I'm saying, you pick up somebody, you gonna sit there and not open the door for her?
Man.
For your woman? That's kind of wild.
Yo, you know, but we was having conversations, me and my coworkers, we were talking about stuff like that, about chivalry and if it exists anymore. And people will say, oh, you know, I mean, you know, I hold the door open and I do this, but like, I'm not gonna, like, if we drive or whatever, I'm not gonna like open a door for her or whatever. And I'm like, why not? Man, she can get it herself. I opened the doors though, and I was like, okay, so you open one door but not the other? He was like, yeah.
That's
I was
wild.
like, come on, man, you got it's a, you know, it's chivalry. It's you know, I don't know.
But I think that, you know, this whole notion of being a simp or whatever, when you sit there and call it, is like,
Oh,
wow.
I hate that.
I don't like the term. I really don't like the term. I think it's degrading.
Misconstrued.
It is, because it's like, okay, you can't be a gentleman anymore.
Yeah, a simp and a gentleman is two different things. Stop
but
it.
that, I mean, people look at it as like that type of behavior.
Like it's the same. No,
It's
it's
not.
not.
I just want to be a gentleman. Okay, cool. There's nothing wrong with
Women
that.
love a gentleman. Don't nobody want a man that's like, nah, you can get the door yourself. You can take out the trash. You could do this. What? Sure.
Yeah, well, I ain't gonna lie. If I ever saw a woman taking out the trash, that's kind of wild. That'd
Really?
be wild. Not sitting there saying that they can't do it.
No, yeah, I know.
I'm
but
just
yeah.
saying, like, yeah, it's just whoa. That's an eye opener for me.
But that's good though, because you were taught that. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
yeah, of
you know,
course,
a lot
yeah.
of people
I'm not mad at
weren't,
that. Yeah, I'm
weren't
not.
taught that. Where
Yeah,
they,
I'm not
like,
mad
They
at
think
it.
that stuff like that is okay. Not saying that it isn't okay. You know what I mean? But
For
like,
sure.
like another chivalry thing, like things you're taught when you're young to do, you know, as a woman or to do as a man, like. You know, when you're like, okay, here, you know, you got a son walking in with his mom, and the son's gonna open the door for his mom. It's a respect thing.
Right.
You know, I respect
sure.
this is my mom, and even like, you know, the moms. I remember moms would be telling stories about their sons. Were like, oh yeah, I made sure that he was ready for his first day, so we did this, and I told him you got to open the door, you got to do this, you got to dress nice, you got to do this, you got to go up to the house, knock on the door, don't text I'm here, knock on the door and be like I'm here for such and such. You know, it's a respect thing because people don't see that often. And then when they see that, they're like. A gentleman?
Yeah.
I like that.
Exactly.
Who is he? I
Yeah.
like him.
Showing up on time and everything like that.
Yes.
Making sure that you literally, okay, cool, you sitting there, you dropping her off, making sure that you walk her to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, know what I'm saying? Like, little things like that.
As soon as we close the door, we behind the door like this.
Girl, let me tell you.
Let
It's
me
like,
tell no, for
That's
real.
exactly how they be like, girl,
Call
let
him
me tell
real
you.
quick. I called my cousin real quick. Let me tell you. So look, so we went out, right? And then he opened the door. He opened the door. That's crazy, right? Then he asked what I want to order, and he ordered for me. That was, oh my God. I haven't met anybody like this in a long time. And then he walked me to the door, and I felt butterflies. Ooh, I was trying to let it show, but I couldn't help it.
That's exactly how they be.
Yeah.
It's
It's-
like,
it's-
yeah,
it's
bro,
good on
I ain't
stuff
gonna.
like that.
They be like, yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, she ain't even tripping off the lifestyle or none of that. She want to know me for me. I feel good.
You know, I got a question. How do men talk after they've had a good date?
I just sat there and literally said it. I literally feel like,
That's
okay,
how
the
y'all-
fact
that's how y'all
that
talk?
like you want to know me for me, I feel good because I think sometimes it's the identity and what you do, right? Like the work that you do that they attach it to sometimes, and that can become the identity, right? Where it's like, oh, I want a man that makes 6 figures, or he drives this, that, and the third, and it's like, oh, all these attachments. It's like, okay, if I didn't have these things,
Would
then
you still-
who am I?
50 Cent. 21 questions.
Right, or whatever. And this is like, okay, but would you
Yeah.
in those situations? And I think that that's what it is, because sometimes we get it to a standard where it's like we're competing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like this pool or whatever, you know, the standard is like we have to fight for that. And it's like, okay, well, you know, we middle class people. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Some of us can't do the roof Chris on the first date. Some of us
Yeah.
can't do all these things, but I think it's the standard and the exposure and what you were accustomed to.
And then,
You know what I'm
and then
saying? Like,
also-
I don't mind Applebee's and Fridays and them getting there.
Cheesecake
but I
Factory,
ain't gonna-
whatever it is. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't mind that.
Yeah.
You know,
Cheesecake Factory.
I don't mind that though, is what I'm saying.
Nah,
but what I'm
yeah.
saying is there are certain people that are like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. Like, what do I look like going here? What do I look like going there? What you mean? We're all humans.
No, honey, we can go to a picnic and make peanut butter jelly sandwiches and have a little bit of fruit and just sit there and talk. That is
picnic
in.
with, okay.
I'm serious.
No,
like
that's
that-
cool. That's cool.
that
That's
is-
cool.
that
That's
is a-
different.
that
That's
is-
different.
that is
That's
a
definitely
first-
different.
That is at least for me, that is like a first ideal date. Like for the first date, I don't need you to go all out. Let's literally just go walk and talk. How are you? Because if it is like a first date type thing and we go to like the movies, we're not actually interacting with each other. We're just sitting here watching a movie.
Yeah, watching a movie.
Or if you know you do all this on a first date, it's like okay, but like I don't really need that on a first date. Like maybe like later on for like special occasions. But right now, all I want to do is just get to know you. I want you to get to know me. Just
Right.
dive deep. Something simple. But I'm not really big on like material things, so I don't really need you to do all that for me.
Yeah.
Like we can, like I said, you know, a little picnic, peanut butter jelly sandwiches. You want to do turkey? That's cool. I got you. Or, we can just sit and walk and talk at the park, do a little dog date if you got dogs and things like that. Hiking.
Yeah,
stuff.
nature is cool.
Yeah,
nature.
hiking.
I think the adventurous things are really cool.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I'm saying?
are.
Like,
and that competitive stuff too.
That's it. The Dave and
Top
Buster's
golf,
is cool.
Things like that. Yeah, that's fine.
That's cool.
I'd rather do that than take me on a expensive date where I gotta like dress up and put on heels and be like, okay, I gotta make sure I'm walking good and stuff like that because I know it's like the first time we're together. Because then when I'm comfortable around you, I'm cool. Like I'm gonna want to dress up and do those things.
I mean, it's cool to be goofy. It's cool to be yourself. I think that when you're with somebody and you can authentically be yourself, then that's what it is.
That's the best part.
That's the best part.
There's nothing to hide.
Goofy, whatever it is.
When you catch them when they're like dancing or singing to their favorite song, when you walk in the house and they're singing and you're like, what? See, and you're like, hey, and he's like, oh, he gets scared, and then just keeps on going. You might even join him because like he's just being his authentic self around you, and that's how it should be. When you in a car, singing your favorite song together, loud, Nelly. Kelly Rowland, Dilemma. We right here. No matter what. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Yes, sing with me. If you can't sing, I don't care. Sing.
Yeah,
sing
I'm
with
sorry.
me. Don't try to be like, no,
I'm
sing.
not the best
Stop
singer,
it.
but I'll do that though.
Sing. We are singing together. Duet right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's cool.
that is a beautiful thing because that kind of shows you that you really got your best friend.
Right, for
when
sure.
When you can do things that you usually do by yourself when nobody else is around with that person, you got them.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's just having fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like comedy shows, so that's my thing.
Who you like to watch?
85.
Oh yeah,
I love
85.
85. Who else? I like Dave. I've seen Kevin Hart.
You've heard of Ali Sadiq?
I have heard of.
Yo, he is good.
Okay.
And his storytelling, man, like when I first got into him, he was like telling stories, but it was like kind of like funny stuff. And then he started that series, The Domino Effect, and I started watching that. And then he went from like story like number 1 all the way to 4. And I think number 2 and number 3 is when I started tearing up. I was like, I thought this was a comedy show. I thought I was supposed to be laughing, and I'm crying, like bawling tears. He is a damn good storyteller, but he's funny too, like really, really, really funny.
Yeah,
he
I like
got Domino Effect. I'm trying to tell you, if you've never seen any of his shows, watch the first Domino Effect and you'll see why. Cause like he's like, when you go to like cookouts and you got like that uncle and he's like, yeah, so let me tell you about this one time, and you sit there and laugh at all his stories. That's him.
Got you.
He funny.
That's a bet.
He's good.
I'm gonna definitely tap in.
Yeah, Ali Sadiq.
Yeah,
he's
like I said, I like comedy. I like adventurous stuff, and then of course, like with the movies, I'm gonna watch the action and the drama all day.
Rom-coms.
You said what?
Rom-coms?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Those are movies.
Nah.
You said you liked movies.
I do like movies, but I like the action, the drama joints.
What about,
the throwback, the hood joints sometimes.
Yeah, those are funny, but
like the Paid and the Fools. Notebook was okay. Actually, you know what? Notebook was cool. Let me not disrespect.
I say the Notebook.
It was really good.
That was a damn good movie.
It was.
They started off and they were together and they were young and then
they were young.
They broke apart.
So innocent.
So
innocent.
Yeah.
Two innocent people.
Yeah, just
not knowing.
roaming through life, just
not
having a
knowing.
good time.
Just not knowing.
Young teenage love, and then they break apart
So
and then
naive,
find
so
together
insecure.
again. And she's like, I don't want to get married to him. I want to marry you. And then they get together. He already built the house, and she's like, oh my God, it's my house. And they get together, and then they die together.
So tragic.
No, it was a lovely story. They died together at the same time in the same
That's
bed,
still tragic,
holding
though.
each other. No, it was a love.
I know what you mean, but that's still tragic a little bit.
It was beautiful.
Okay.
Are you giggling?
Okay.
It was beautiful.
I get you.
Like so I like action movies.
Yeah, I like action movies. I
do
like the drama joints too.
Yeah, I like drama.
Yeah.
I like drama.
I
And
can't
I love scary movies.
Scary movies
that's
cool.
my thing.
I gotta check out Brandy's joint. Brandy just dropped the joint.
Yeah,
that
that joint dropped. I gotta watch that.
I'm gonna go see it.
Cause I was.
And that's a new thing. I don't think Brandy has ever been in a horror movie before.
Nah.
So yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, that grandmother or the mom.
You know what I'm saying? I've been supporting Brandy since Moesha. So
Moesha.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
She was writing
M
down
to
her.
the O to the. Yeah, for sure. That was a good show. For sure. Yeah. See, now that's what I'm saying. Showing our age out this joint. Yeah. But it's like I think at the end of the day, it's just
What you mean by showing our age?
Showing our age.
You trying to say like we old or something?
No, I'm not saying we old. I'm just saying that we know what good times were.
Yeah.
Because you ain't really got that much good times.
Anytime you need a payment. You said good times.
Yeah, I did say good times.
Good.
You're right.
That was a good show.
It was, yeah. And now I'm saying what? You had a different world. You had a lot of
a different world.
That made people want to go to college.
Come on now. Yes.
That made people
Howard,
want to go to college.
HU? You Yes.
So it's Bowie State over here, but HBCU
I respect it.
love.
HBCU, yes.
HBCU love.
Please,
for sure.
please.
You know what
Gotta
I'm
love
saying?
it.
So I just think that, like I said, it was a different era that we were in. Like now we don't have all those shows.
What do they have? They got streaming.
Yeah, they got streaming. I mean, you
And they
got
got Love and Hip Hop.
you got Zeus.
Oh, yeah.
Zeus Network.
I don't watch Nair Zoo show.
Ratchet TV. It's very ratchet.
I don't watch it.
It's very ratchet.
I'm more of like a documentary type person now, and I watch a lot of like Black History documentaries,
Okay.
or I definitely am one of those women who loves murder shows, not
Okay.
like murder in
Murder
general,
shows.
but like just the shows.
Emphasis on the shows.
On the
That is
shows,
great.
on
Thanks.
the shows. I like those interrogation videos, but it's more like looking into like trying to
Oh, so
figure
you
out
like
their
the
mind.
ID channel? The ID channel is kind of like
Yeah,
up your
yeah.
alley
I like
about
shows like
stuff.
that. Yeah, on the
Okay.
ID channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I like trying to figure out why people think that doing stuff like that is okay, or even when they think they can get away with it. It's like that was stupid. Like, okay, you heard about the woman in Manassas that went missing?
I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar.
All right, quick breakdown. There's a family, a husband and wife, and they have a daughter. The daughter is young; she's a toddler, and this is real. And she went missing around like July, I think, and the husband reported it maybe like a couple days later after she went missing. And it's kind of like all around the news. They're trying to break everything down. They're like, okay, well, how do you feel about your wife? They did like an interview in person, like, how do you feel about your wife missing? And he was like, it's tragic and stuff, but I hope she's coming back. And everybody was like, nope. And every woman that watches a murder show was like, he did it. I know he did it. Because usually it always starts with the spouse in the house, whether
Right.
it's the wife or the husband getting killed. Usually it's always the spouse.
Right.
So next thing you know, they're doing like the search warrants, and they're going through the house, and they did another 24-hour search warrant, and they did like the blue light on all throughout the house. Found pools of blood that pop up with the blue light in their bedroom, master bedroom. Then you see drag marks leading to the bathroom. You got blood in the tub. Then you got outside of, something being dragged, blood to the car. And everybody's like, I knew it. And they arrested him, but they still can't find the body of the wife. So like they're still searching for her, in case, she could possibly still be alive. But also it's like,
That's very bloody and gory. Like, that's
yo,
pretty wild.
it's crazy because he thought he was going to get away with it. And then
It's giving Saw, like another Saw movie.
Yo, but
really.
the crazy part is like they think they're so smart and then they can get away with it, and then they do Google searches like how to get rid of a dead body, how do you clean up blood and stuff like that, and it's like you just gave stupid, But it's actually pretty interesting. So I watch a lot of shows like that.
Okay.
But then there's the romance part. There's my soft side, that hopeless romantic, because I'm a big hopeless romantic. So The Notebook, Titanic.
So you watching the 90 Day Fiance? Are you watching those shows too?
No.
Okay.
I don't. I don't watch those
Okay,
because
cool,
that's
cool,
not
cool.
real.
Yeah,
I mean, like
a lot
it's-
of people be watching like that.
It's
nah.
I watch it maybe more for like the comedy. It's not really like a romance type thing for me. Like it's like, okay, sir, you
really.
yeah,
90
like,
Day Fiance, you're gonna find the person in 90 days.
especially the one that called himself Soldier Boy.
Like that's sad. And then I blame Flav for a lot of this stuff.
Flavor
I do.
Flavor Love.
I do, because the thing about it is it started with him in all of these little shows.
The reality dating shows.
Yes. And then you have all of these Real Chance of Love. You mean to tell me a character that was on the show for what was it, New York?
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden he gets his show.
Man,
like,
New York
bro,
got her start on that. New
That's
York,
wild.
she still doing stuff.
That's
Tiffany
wild.
Pollard, I think that's her real name.
I'm
New
not
York.
sure.
Yeah, I think her name is Tiffany Pollard.
I just
yeah.
knew New York from Flavor of Love.
But you should try watching like do you like romance at all?
I mean, I can watch it, but it's like
It's a nice balance. You got your fighting, that's
I
cool.
could watch. I mean,
But
I'm
what
not sitting
about-
there saying I can't watch it. It's cool,
I
but
can't believe that you said The Notebook was just okay.
I'm not heavy on. Like, I'm not
That's
sitting there
fine.
saying that The Notebook wasn't good. Look, don't shut me, y'all. I'm not sitting there saying that The Notebook is not good.
Get 'em.
The Notebook is cool. It just wasn't, like I said, for me, I came up on different movies.
Nah, yeah. Like but you respect movies like Love Jones,
For
Poetic
sure.
Justice, stuff like that. Yeah.
Of course. Poetic Justice and all those joints. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to respect it. But, I got to have my Paid in Full, New Jack City.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? I got to have my shows like that. Boys in the Hood. I got to have my shows like that.
The bitch
My
is gonna
movies.
eat first.
Yeah, I got to have them joints. Hardball, you know what I'm saying? Coach Carter, Drumline.
Yo,
Drumline,
Coach
one of them
Carter?
joints like that.
Yo,
Coach Carter, my favorite movie. Top 5.
The inadequate speech. We are not inadequate because of. Damn, I forgot it. I had that joint memorized after that movie.
Yeah, Coach Carter's in my top 5. I think like if I were to do a top 5 movie or maybe like 10, I'd say through like my childhood and now, I would definitely say no specific order, but I feel like these 10 for sure.
Oh, you got 10. Okay, I'm ready. Go ahead.
Drumline.
Mm-hmm.
Give It Your Not Trying.
Mm-hmm.
Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Mm-hmm.
He Got Game.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Right Thing.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Carter.
Mm-hmm.
8 Mile.
Right.
You Got Served. Stomp the Yard.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to say another one, I'm gonna go ahead with Love and Basketball.
I about to say you. What is happening? Sir?
No, I'm gonna go with Love
Please,
and Basketball. I'm not
I
gonna
wish you
disrespect
would
Love. I'm
say-
not gonna disrespect Love and Basketball. I would never do that.
Yeah. So Love and Basketball probably number 1 for me.
For sure.
Coach Carter.
Okay.
You Got Served.
Okay.
Malibu's Most Wanted
That's
was a
funny.
staple
Yeah,
for me.
sure.
You got Gridiron Gang.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was my movie.
I like Grid.
And
like
then
that.
that was a lot. I thought the one guy with the braids remind me of Trey Songz, and I had a crush on Trey Songz, so that's why I like Gridiron Gang too. 8 Mile for sure, because that kind of brought hip hop into it.
Yeah.
And then Juice.
Yeah, Juice was good.
Juice was a good one.
For sure.
Love Jones, Poetic Justice.
Okay.
And what would be my 10th one? Rugrats.
Rugrats?
No. Sorry, Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
That's my movie.
So if I had to pick a childhood one, I would have to probably go with Rugrats.
Rugrats?
If I had to,
I love Rugrats.
Yeah, of course.
I used to have the bed cover and everything.
I remember like, I think it was like, no, it was Burger King, matter of fact. Back in the day, they used to, when the movie had came out, they had the watches. Yeah,
Yep.
the watches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had the Reptar joint, the green joint. I forgot the blue watch, whatever it was, but I remember.
Tommy.
Tommy was the blue watch, yeah.
I think Tommy was a blue watch.
Different.
Yeah.
for sure. That joint was fire.
Damn.
Yeah, childhood.
We had a good childhood.
Yeah.
We grew up on a lot of good stuff.
For sure. It was a lot of good movies.
Like the
For
tech
sure.
era. Remember when like YouTube like first came out?
Yeah.
And we were at research and stuff.
That was
And then LimeWire. Remember LimeWire?
Yeah, LimeWire.
Yo, I got a virus on my mom's computer.
Downloading all that music.
And I had to look up
was
how
it
to
a
how to
Lil
get
Wayne
rid of it.
mixtape?
No,
I'm about to say.
it was just like I don't know what I was downloading. You know, you would download a whole bunch of stuff on there, and then I downloaded something, and it was a virus, and I was like, and because it was, we only had one computer, and I was like, oh snap, and I was like looking up stuff how to get rid of the virus, and I did before she got home. Oh, I felt like I was like I could have been in coding.
Yeah.
The way that I was.
I mean,
doing
that's
it.
what MySpace was for. MySpace gave us coding.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
When
all that
you
stuff.
learn how to put the heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there.
saying. All these joints was teaching us a lot of stuff. We just wasn't really hip or aware.
All we knew is that we wanted our page to be fire. I had to have the best song on it, the best playlist, and my friends in the top 10.
Yeah, and then
My page.
shout out to
popping.
Tom. Shout out to Tom, man.
Where
Tom
are
really,
you, Tom? Where are you, Tom?
Shout out to Tom.
Yeah, we had a good childhood.
Yeah, for sure. But
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
so one more question. How do you feel about this generation's take on relationships?
Ooh, it is so out of 100%, I'm gonna give it a humble 25.
25.
Yeah, it's a 25% hope. It's the other 70. The other 75 is like up in the air because I feel like the lack of patience isn't being like applied. I think because everybody's impatient and we've dealt with so much, like we want the quicker fixer upper type of thing where it's like, oh, okay, like
Right here.
I'm damaged, I'm hurt, I want you to kind of like heal me, but then it's like I heal you temporarily, now I go back to being damaged again, and I'm not willing to do the work.
Or it's like I've been hurt once. Everybody stay away.
Yeah, and it's bad because it's like how are you, like you being broken is okay. Everybody's broken color, crayons still color. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a good take. I like that.
it is. So I just think that at the end of the day, that's what people have to realize. And our take on it is literally our experiences. When you start having conversations with other people, then you can build perspective. So I think that we can't really be
Thank
in
you.
our own.
You said
Oh,
men
wait.
don't get to thank you. So thank you. I was listening.
Oh, appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Conversations.
Yeah, conversations
Yeah.
and just understanding like it's perspective. So like the more people you talk to and they have different perspective, it's cool. But I feel like, oh, I bet you from around the way, I'm from around the way too, so we think the same. I can't make that assumption though.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's the thing. It's like, all right, let's get up out of here real quick. I want to take you on different places, explore your mind, and, you know what I'm saying, different things, and have conversations. It ain't about, you know what I'm saying, what you can do for me. It's how can I help you?
Right.
And then we go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Because what can I gain? You can gain anything that you will want to, but that's not intentionality.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, bet, cool, I'm just with you for this. All right, bet, I know for a fact that my bill is going to be paid, so I'm good.
That's not love.
That's not love. That's just been a survival, scary tactic or whatever you
You
want
are
to
an
call
employee.
It's bad. It remind me of that Tupac song, Do for Love. You tried everything, but you won't give up. Like, that was really bad. Like, she was going through a lot. And Tupac, you know, Tupac was Tupac. That's
You know,
what
I get a lot of my love references from R&B, soul, neo soul music from
Yeah.
back in the day, or even just R&B in general, like that soulful music, like Anita Baker,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Lauryn Hill.
Man, Mary
know?
J, I still listen to Mary.
Oh, she helped me.
Yeah. Mary's joint is my favorite jump.
Yo, oh, I love that song.
And you promised that you never would cheat.
Sing it.
Or lie. Lie to me, would you lie to me? It's like, nah, let me stop.
Nah, yo.
That joint is tough, though.
Mary J.
Mary's
Blige,
joint, that's what I'm
yo,
saying.
yeah.
But that's how you got the sample from, what's her name? Drake gave you the sample.
Oh, yeah.
Western Road Flows.
Yep.
That was the jump.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then, what's the other joint? My Life, Mary. That whole album.
Mm-hmm. That album.
That whole
is
album was
crazy.
fire. That's what I'm saying.
Like, especially when you really go through stuff and you play that album back
Yeah.
and you listen to it from start to finish and you like, I
Yeah.
see what she meant when she said real love. That's what I want. I
Yeah.
want real love, Mary. I get it. My life. When you look at what do you see?
Yeah.
What do you see? Yeah,
If you
nah.
look into my
Yo,
life.
I went through a.
Life can be only what you make it.
There you go, sing it.
That's it. That's all I got. I ain't gonna go any further. I ain't gonna disrespect my auntie like that. She don't
Nah,
even know
yeah,
that
but
we related.
like albums definitely come into play when you're going through things.
Yeah.
Like remember Drake? What was it? The one when he when like he was I think he was just sitting down on like a table, and it was like the gold and black.
Take Care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Yo.
Care.
Take care. You would have thought I went through like a 10-year relationship when I was singing those songs.
Yeah.
And I was in like high school listening to it. And then when I played it back after I was like going through some things, and I played it back and I was like, ooh, yeah, I really understand where he's coming from. I get that.
Yeah.
I get it. It feels different. And I know what these lyrics mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
what
saying.
a time.
It was a time.
We had some good music back
We
then.
did. And that's what I'm saying. You have
Who's going to
that-
make good music now?
I don't
Me.
know. I mean, Chris Brown was a goated within himself too.
Yeah, no, Chris Brown, yeah.
His
for
first
sure.
album
He
his first album was crazy. That
Yeah.
joint was fire.
Baby, you're a winner, and you take it 12 rounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
what a time.
Yeah. Definitely. For
Very
sure.
demure,
Very modest.
very classy, very,
Very-
mindful.
Yeah, very mindful. Very demure.
Yeah, we had some
It's
good music
crazy.
back then.
And then, like I said, you got all these songs now, these samples. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, resampling everything that we used to listen to, and our parents used to listen to.
Right.
But it is kind of nice to hear. But then again, I think Prince was saying that like sampling is like overdoing it.
Yeah.
It's nice to have original sounds.
Yeah. I want to be at the cookout and listen to "Before I Let Go" by Frankie Beverly and Maze. No
Which-
disrespect to Beyonce.
I was about to say, you trying
No
to say something on Beyonce?
disrespect to Beyonce. I said no
Sir?
disrespect. I said that. I love Beyonce.
All right, I'm not a stan, but I'm just
Fun
saying
fact:
I
a lot
do
of people
like
that don't know, my favorite song by Beyonce, and I guess it's a little loneliness for me, but "Me, Myself, and I."
That's all I got in the end. Is when I found
That's my favorite
out.
song by her.
And it ain't
And she
no-
was a gangster with it too.
Yo, just
That was one of the most
She had
gangster
the-
songs Beyonce ever
yeah,
made.
she did everything.
Literally.
I
So
don't know. It was either that or Irreplaceable.
no. Me,
Because-
Myself, and I was more gangster. You got to think of the acoustic, the production, and everything behind it. I think Irreplaceable gave you a little soft girl era. It did. No, not saying the song
You
itself.
must not know about
Right,
me.
but
She said,
listen
"Get
but
this shit out.
listen
Get
to-
this shit out. Get
but
everything out to
but
the
listen-
left.
But listen,
Put your
to-
shit on the street. You know what? Is that my
Yo.
jacket? Give me that shit. I bought it.
But what I'm saying is like just the beat behind it. I think the production
Oh,
part.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Okay.
From the whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that.
Because, you know, the Me, Myself, and I vibes gave you like the glass of wine. Like, I don't even care. I'm just in the house. I'm chilling.
Now you
I
know
don't
what's real
care.
gangster? Ring the alarm.
Oh yeah. No.
That's gangster right there.
That song was given Lifetime. I need
Sure
to leave.
did.
I need to leave. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ring the Alarm is like, okay, I don't know.
You think you're gonna take my man?
I don't know. That's why I said Lifetime.
All the stuff
Because
that I
all the
did for
Lifetime
him,
movies that we
I
be sitting
showed
there
him those
seeing.
moves. Fuck out of here. You ain't taking him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lifetime, that'd be crazy.
Who's crazy?
I said Lifetime movies when you be seeing them all the time.
Oh, I mean, you think they're crazy or?
They got all the wild titles, and they all mean the same thing.
Yeah.
The Wrong Door, The Left Turn,
Yeah, I'm only
The Wrong Cheerleader.
I
Like, what do we? Keyword is stop, wrong. Something is wrong with the
I get
character.
it. But you know what? That show, those shows are and movies are, particularly catered to women who like that crazy stuff.
It's crazy.
That doesn't mean that we're crazy. When we watch them, it's just, that thing.
It's like, we went. It's like, we went fishing. Now all of a sudden he's following me on a boat somewhere.
I mean, stuff like that happens.
That's wild.
It's crazy. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, interesting. We had to make it fun. We had to have fun, guys. That's all we have to do. So I guess what is the advice that you would give? Two-part question. Your younger self, and then for the people that's out here trying to navigate relationships.
To my younger self, I would say continue to use your voice. Be confident in yourself and the gifts that God has given you. And listen to God, follow him. He's never going to steer you wrong. When it comes to music and like, what was the second part again?
Like the motivation for anyone else for relationships.
Oh, yeah.
Navigating through relationships.
Don't settle. And if you're not happy, leave. Because I'm pretty sure you'd rather be happy and single than to be with somebody and feeling alone. Gotta go. And know your worth. For real, because, that's kind of where you start at, your worth. If you don't know what you're worth, then the people are going to treat you less than what you're worth. And you're going to allow it. Because you're like, oh, I guess I deserve this. No, you don't. You deserve the highest of the highest. You treat yourself like that. Why would you let somebody treat you like that? Yeah,
I agree. I think to build relationships, I would just say be genuine. You know what I'm saying? Be intentional. And then, if you're trying to navigate relationships and things of that nature, like, pour into yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't expect, you from other people unless you're, like I said, your standards, your boundaries, your expectations, they have to be set for you.
Message.
So, yeah, they have to be set for you. Because like I said, like, you want the happiness, you got to be happy. If you want the joy, the energy, when people be like, it starts with you. It starts with self. So that's my advice. I definitely
What a good conversation.
For sure. I mean, it was definitely therapeutic.
It was.
I think so.
Same for me.
It was very
And that's good. A man and a woman speaking.
Who said that they can't? Yeah, communication is key.
Yes. Look at that. Bringing two different perspectives together and things like that.
Well, see, look, they can all get along. We can all get along.
You going to go home and watch The Notebook again?
You know what? I'm going to watch that again.
You should. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Just because you suggested it, I will watch that
and really sit and watch.
And another side note, the reason why I like 8 Mile so much is because my favorite character is somebody I relate to, and it's so funny. I am Cheddar Bob. I am the hype person, so that's why I love that movie so much.
The hat was getting me the hat, remember?
Yeah, because I remember the joint where Rabbit got the mic, and then after that, he was like, yeah, what are you doing? Get him, Rabbit, get him. So like, yeah, I am that Cheddar Bob friend. Everybody needs somebody like Cheddar Bob. So that's why I love the movie so much. Because I'm like, yo, this was really like me. I was so hyped.
All the characters.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody
needs
Cheddar Bob, you Cheddar Bob.
But everybody needs a Cheddar Bob.
You're right.
Everybody
right. Somebody in your corner 24/7.
Yeah.
Even when I'm right, even when I'm wrong, you're still gonna be there like I'm right.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Get Rich or Die Trying. I mean, that like I said, that's my movie too.
What did he say? He said, if I'm right, I'm right, and if I'm wrong, I'm still right because I could have been right, so I'm right.
Right.
And I was like, what? But I say that. I say it all the time.
And then, of course, the infamous Marcus, what are you doing with a loaded gun in my house, Marcus? I'm a gangster grandpa, and I'm proud of it. What are you doing with this? Yeah. But he did anything.
I wish I would.
But he did anything for his mother, and he made sure his mother was good. Always. So, wow. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm saying
appreciate you
already
for having
know
me.
With that being said, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. And we out.
Woo!